Not a big fan of the flared nail shape, but one thing I do admire is the nail estate. I'm gonna do Christmas ornaments. Saturday, December the 6th, I'm hosting a 4-hour live Zoom nail class. This is the small class learning experience you're looking for. Go to nailcareer.com or use the link below. Now, I've seen these in all different colors, and it's really hard to decide which color, especially when you're doing nails. Color is such a big part of the impact of the design. But I'm really kind of onto these pink nails right now. So I'm going to do my little Christmas ornament on top of this pink design. I have a beautiful pink, very, very light pink on here with a matte finish. When you have these little Christmas ornaments, sometimes they're see-through, and I love those ones, and they got lots of stuff in them. So we're going to sort of simulate that for this. So the idea is to get a reflective circle and then put a bunch of stuff on it and then ball it up with some gel, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can start with a chrome base or just a shiny polish base or anything like that. I'm going to start with a cat eye called Silver Spoon, and it's a silver base, so it's very shiny. So I'm going to put a blob on it here. Oh, I'm going to put it down a little further because I want to show the string that I'm just going to put a blob here. Actually, I'm going to put a blob on my table. It's really hard to paint a circle, especially with a gel polish brush. So I'm going to put a blob on the table, and then I'm going to paint it with a dotting tool. So I'm going to pick it up with my dotting tool, and then I'm just going to try to paint the most perfect, roundest circle you can possibly paint. That's kind of hard. Okay, it's really tough to paint a circle, but the bonus is you're working with gel, and gel doesn't cure until it goes under the light. So don't cure it until you're happy with the circle. I think I can make it a bit bigger so we can really see it. I think that's looking okay. I think that's pretty good, circle-y. Okay, I'm going to give... Now, I'm not going to... It is cat eye, but you don't need to cat eye it. You can if you want. Maybe I should. Let's take a look. Nah, let's just leave it. Because I'm going to put a bunch of stuff on it. You're not going to see it. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of my gel that's on the table. Just clean it up. Because we're not going to need that again. Oh, I lied. We do need that again, but we'll put it away for now. Okay, once we've cured our little circle, I'm going to take a little bit of Reveal top coat, just a little bit, or you can do a hard gel, base gel if you want. And I'm just going to put, actually I'm going to put another little dollop on the table. And I'm going to take that same dotting tool and I'm going to put it in the circle again. Again, you can't really paint this with a brush. It's just too awkward. Okay, I'm going to go with this kind of pink sparkle. I'm just going to put a little bit on the table. And then I'm going to probably use my waxing tip. I can use a dotting tool too, doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to pick up these kind of translucent pieces. You don't really see these translucent pieces unless you move the nail. And I'll move it now. See if you can see how you see that?
Oh yeah, that really comes out good.
Yeah, see, like you can't see it sometimes until you move it. So don't be discouraged if you put it down and you can't see it. The whole idea, it has to be moved. But I want the little pieces in there. I don't want just the big ones. See that? How it's moving?
That's quite a good effect.
It is cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm going to cure this and I'm going to do another layer because I really want it to be reflective. I'm going to get a little bit more little dots in there too. Okay, I'm just going to take another little bit of clear here, the Reveal top coat, and I'm just putting another little layer on there. See how reflective it becomes once you put it on there? That's what I love about top coat. It really is very reflective. But I'm going to get the little ones in there now. every time I'm working with gel, especially when I'm doing gems and things, I get a little bit of alcohol on a pad here. So then I can wipe whatever tool that I'm using with just to get rid of any excess if it's bugging you. Okay, and I'm going to pick up these little guys, and you can also drop them on if it's hard sticking them on. And here's another little thing I can add. I've got this other really, really thin, very reflective, tiny, tiny little bits of glitter. I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit. I'm just gonna get a little scoop. Now remember, the nail, the pink part is not sticky anywhere else. So you can actually drop this like that. See it? That just adds a tiny little, and I know it's all over. It looks like a mess, but that's okay. There's a method. Very pretty. I'm just trying to make this little Christmas ornament as reflective and like there's stuff in it. Okay, I mean you can go like that, but it's not going to get the rest of it off. There, that's pretty reflective. I like that. Okay, just going to give that a nuke. Okay, I'm just going to clean up my tie bowl, and now we're going to do the round part, the sphere part. So just so I know what I'm working with still, I'm just going to take my little duster and remove all the excess glitter. There we go. We're still in a sphere form. Not to worry. Okay, so now we're going to take the hard gel out. So just a little pro tip for you. If you're working with a lot of glitters and designs and stuff, save one gel pot for hard gel just for designs and stuff, because little bits of glitter and stuff will always land in there, and there's nothing worse than when you're trying to build a clear gel nail and you got little bits of glitter in there. So save one pot set aside for this. So I'm going to pick up a big-ish scoop on the end of my dotting tool. I find a really good way to pick this up. And I'm going to drop it right on the center of this. And I'm going to make sure it sticks to all sides of that circle. Kind of go like that till it grabs on to all the sides of this design. Now if you touch outside the circle, see that? I just did that there. Get rid of it before you nuke it. We do not want to nuke that into here. You can do it with a brush too. You might find it easier with a brush. Now I'm going to take my really tiny dotting tool and make sure that I do bring this all the way to the very edge of my original circle. Okay, once you're confident that you've got it all the way around, it seems a bit weird here. That's looking pretty good. You want to keep that up as much as you can. Now for a quick sec, I might just hold it up like this. Now we don't want to get too big. No different than what you would make a nail with, right? And the rule on that is about 2 millimeters. Then I'm going to nuke it. Anything bigger than 2 millimeters might not cure completely all the way through, right? Especially if you're building gel nails. That's a great pro tip to know. So when you're doing something like this too, you want to make sure that you're staying within that zone. So I'm going to give that a good cure. And if you're not sure, nuke it and then do another layer on top of that, because then you can get as thick as you want, but you've got to cure in between, right? Okay, so I'm going to put my little caviar beads on now, and I'll show you where I use these. So cute. I'm going to just put a tiny dot of reveal. It's just a very, very tiny amount. I'm just going to get a tiny brush. I'm going to get a little bit of reveal. It's just a top coat. And at the very top of your circle, you want to put a dollop. Then you're going to clean your brush off. Gather some caviar beads and then place them at the very top. You know how when you hang your Christmas ornaments, it has, I need a few more caviar beads in there, I think. I know there was lots in there, but just trying to find, getting some. When you hang your Christmas ornament, there's that little part. That's the top part where you put your little hoop in, metal hoop, to hang the ornament. That's what we're making here. So I've just put it sort of in a fashion of that little thing that you put your little hook through to hang it on the tree. We're almost there. We just have 2 more steps. Now you can do this with any color you want. We could do pink, white. You could do anything you want, really. And what we're doing is we're adding a line. So you want a longer liner brush, whatever you feel comfortable working with. Now you may have to do this a couple of times because drawing a straight line is actually kind of hard. So I'm going to get my bristles sort of saturated with this color, and we're just going to draw a line straight up where the hanging point of your new little Christmas ornament is. And then the last little step is you just want to take some of your shiny top coat, because like hard gel is shiny and it's see-through, but it dulls once you clear that sticky layer off of it, and you don't want to use it as a top. Whereas your reveal, your top coats, you want to put on top of your hard gel because it really that's what its job is to be really, really shiny. You have 2 choices. You can paint it on with your brush, or if you want to do it with a tinier brush, that's totally fine. Or even a dotting tool, you could do that too. So when I put the reveal on, I am going to do it generously. Do you see the difference when you put that on? It really shined it up. And just for the tip of it, I'm going to, for that little silver stuff, I'm going to put some on that as well, just to highlight that. And hold it upside down a little bit so it doesn't run too far. Oh, that's good. Yep, as soon as you get it to where you, like a nice round ball, give it a nuke. You can even nuke it upside down for a sec, just to hold that until it seals it in place. And then pop it back over and then cure it. So cute. Okay, so you did it. You can see how easy it is, and so many choices of different colored backgrounds, and even what you put inside there. You could even put little ornaments, like if you've got little tiny reindeer, you might have to do it. No, you probably fit it in there. Any type of ornament that you can put in there would be so reflective you can see everything inside there. Now this tip wasn't big enough to do really more than one. I really wanted to showcase one, but look at this set of nails that I did. This was just one, but I was able to get 3 on this one with all that nail estate of the flared nail. Okay, well, that'll help you with any Christmas design that you're doing. I want you guys to have a great Christmas, and I'll see you again in the next video.